Namaste. And now, today we will talk about advanced yoga mudras. Mudras are a part of yoga, and by practicing yoga mudras, we experience a certain kind of energies which we cannot experience doing asana only or other things. So, before beginning, we first will speak Om 3 times. So, bring your hands in this chin mudra. Keep your spine straight, close your eyes, and take deep breathings 3 times. Now let's speak Om 3 times. After deep inhalations, visualizing Om as divine energy, divine consciousness, which lives in every form. So 3 Om. Now clasp your hands and salute to the God, to the Gurus. Relax. So today we learn what is mudra and what are beginners mudras, intermediate and advanced, and how to practice mudras. Then today we learn 9 types of advanced mudras which affect our health of body, mind and spirit. So first we go through the mudra. You have studied mudra is a Sanskrit word, and mudra is made of 2 words. First is mud and second is ra. Mud means the joy, the ecstasy, the bliss, and ra means to draw. So a practice through which we draw, we cultivate a certain kind of ecstasy or the bliss, joy, which helps us to enter into transcendental state and to attune ourselves with the God, with divine. And mudra is a symbolic or ritual gesture performed by the hands. Often we use fingers, and some mudras are practiced using head also, some using the whole body. Here we will learn the mudras practiced by the fingers, by the hands. How to practice mudra? First, we have to practice certain postures, certain pranayama to to open the energy channel, which we call nadis. And then we practice advanced parts of yoga, mudras or bandhas. This is better. Like yesterday we learned about Mahabandha, right? So always practice bandha or mudras after yoga and pranayama. Since we have already practiced yogasanas, and when you practice asanas, then you breathe deeply, you practice certain pranayama. So your energy channels are opened, more clear. And then mudra will be more helpful. Now, we come to know how to practice mudras. First is we make fingers in different shape. We make a certain coils, a circuit through which an energy is awakened, energy is cultivated, and then we channelize that energy in the main channel, which is called Sushumna. And the destination of that energy should be the crown chakra. So that when energy enters into that crown chakra, we feel a certain kind of ecstasy or joy. In our 5 fingers, there are 5 elements. In the note we have mentioned, I have given you, this thumb is connected with the fire. This thumb is connected with the fire, and this index finger is connected with the air. Fire, air. And this middle finger is connected with the space. And this ring finger is connected with the earth. And this with the water. So 5 elements are connected with the 5 fingers. First is fire, then is air, then is space, then is earth and water. So when we use these 2 fingers, when we join these 2 fingers, then fire and air is connected. Fire and air is connected. So this is called Chin Mudra, right? It's called Chin Mudra. Visually, we practice this Chin Mudra during meditation. We keep our hands on the knees. So during this mudra, fire and air elements work in harmony. So this is beginner's practice, And when we keep our hands like this, then this becomes Gyan Mudra. So in Chin Mudra and Gyan Mudra, we use these 2 fingers, thumb and index fingers. And in this mudra, fire and air remain in balance. Today, first we will understand which is called Vat Karak Mudra or Vyan Mudra. Okay. The physical benefits of Vat Karak Mudra or Vyan Mudra is, first, this helps to link the nervous system, different nervous channels. If there is nervous breakdown, this helps in correcting the nervous breakdown. This Vyan Mudra. Second, this is useful in case of lackness of enthusiasm, slowness of thoughts and perception. Third benefit is this helps to overcome drowsiness, excessive sleep, lethargicness. Next, intolerance of heat, sunstroke. If you feel intolerance of heat, too much heat in the body, this mudra, Vyan Mudra, will help you. excessive sweating, excessive thirst, frequent profuse urination, loss of appetite, fatness, loose motions, you know, then greasy skin. All these problems can be managed, can be corrected by practicing this Dhyan Mudra, Vatkarak Mudra. And this can be practiced to 30 to 45 minutes. Then this will be helpful more. If you practice just for 1 minute, then this is not going to help you more. So now come to know how to practice this Dhyan Mudra, which is much beneficial for physical health and also psychic health. So Dhyan Mudra is practiced. We use these three fingers. These three fingers means we press these two fingers, index finger and middle fingers, with the thumb like this, and other two fingers remain like this, like this. This forms Dhyan Mudra, Vatkarak Mudra. So if you practice, you make the circuit like this of the fingers, and you can keep on the knees, and you can remain in this mudra for 10 minutes at least. Then you start feeling. So this is the way how to do. Thumb, index and middle fingers, and then these two fingers, rest of the two fingers, ring finger and little finger, remain straight. And you can practice this during the meditation, or you can just spare time to practice this mudra to balance all these things. This is good for your nervous system. This is good for the when you feel too much heat, too much thirst, too much hunger. So this is first mudra. It's called Vatkarak Mudra or Dhyan Mudra. Next is Vat Nashak Mudra. Vat means air, gas, wind, and Nashak means to destroy. So this mudra destroys the imbalance of the air in your body. And this mudra is highly beneficial in the problems chronic or easy fatigue, lack of stamina, endurance, indecisiveness, impatience, inexplicable fear, poor memory, forgetfulness, sleeplessness, intolerance of cold weather, underweight, all painful conditions, headache, earache, toothache, throat pain, chest, abdominal pain, backache, heel pain, joint pain, numbness in body parts, shivering, unsteady gait, even Parkinson's also, vertigo. This is very helpful in vertigo also. Cold, dry, irregular, scanty, painful menses, hoarseness, constipation, scanty urination, scanty sweating, disorders caused by an excess of air element within the body. So all these problems are caused by the excessive, amount of the air in the body. This mudra, Vat Nashak Mudra, can be helpful in all these cases. In Ayurveda, there are three things: Vat, Pitta, and Kapha. You're told by the Ayurvedic doctor also. Vat, Pitta, and Kapha. Vat is air, Pitta is fire, and Kapha is water. So there are three elements in the body. If there is any imbalance between these three, we feel illness, we feel uncomfortable. And we balance these three things in the body by certain Ayurvedic remedies, or the mudras also can be helpful in this, right? And this mudra can be helpful in balancing of these problems, Vatnashak mudra. And third is Tridosh Nashak mudra. Tridosh Nashak mudra balances all kinds of these three elements, Vat, Pitta, Kapha. And this is practiced in the way you use all of the fingers of your hands, like this. All of the fingers are used here, like this. And you balance all of these three major elements in the body. This also can be practiced for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But ideally is to practice 10 to 15 minutes. Next is called Surbhi Mudra. Surbhi means the flower. So your fingers make a form of flower. And in this mudra, you use these two thumbs like this, and middle finger and the index finger join. And this finger, left hand's middle finger and right hand's thumb finger join. And this finger, your right hand's ring finger and left hand's little finger join. And then you join this little and right hand's little finger and left hand's ring finger. In that way, you create a form of flower. This is called Surbhi Mudra. Surbhi Mudra also can be practiced for 10 to 15 minutes. And this mudra can remove the bad effects of exaggeration of these three elements. Next is Pittkarak Mudra, Kaphnashak Mudra. Pittkarak means that awakens the fire and that balances, that subsides the water elements in the body. Pittkarak means to cause fire, and Kaphnashak to balance, to subside, to destroy the water element, which is more in the body. In this mudra, we use these three fingers, and these two fingers remain free, like this. Index finger and middle finger remains free, like this. You keep like this. So you can keep like this, make this mudra and keep on the knees. And you can start feeling a kind of fire in the body. And it has too many benefits. There is a list of benefits of this mudra. When you feel lack of enthusiasm, slowness of perception, low self-esteem, all problems which is worse in winter, coldness of skin, hands, feet, absent or scanty perspiration, loss of appetite, indigestion, slow digestion, thirstlessness, obesity, easy weight gain, underactivity of thyroid gland, excessive mucus in respiratory and digestive system, eye ailments like watering, stickiness, disorders, all kinds of disorders caused by an excess of earth and water elements in the body. So this Surabhi Mudra is highly beneficial in management of these problems. And again I repeat, if you practice a mudra for at least 10 minutes, then you are able to combat that problem. Not just for 1 or 2 minutes, at least 10 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes is ideal. There is precaution in this mudra. A person having pronounced pitta constitution should perform this mudra in moderation, not too much. A person desirous of enhancing or boosting the effects of pitta mudra can combine it with Vat Nashak mudra. Okay. Next is Kaf Karak mudra and Pitta Nashak mudra. Kaf Karak means that will cause water element in the body and will subside heat element, fire element. This is also called Pran mudra. Prana, prana? Prana is cosmic force, life force. So by this mudra, you can balance the kapha and pitta, water and fire. I'll show you how to do this. First, understand what are the benefits of this. I have enlisted in the note: chronic fatigue, general debility, low endurance, impaired immunity, tendency to contract infectious diseases, mental tension, anger, irritability, zealousness, pride, impatience, chronic sense of time urgency, forgetfulness or attention deficit, intolerance of heat, stress of noise, stress and noise elements which get worse in summer. In summer, this mudra can be very beneficial. Weight loss, inflammatory disorders, sleeplessness, light or disturbed sleeping, high blood pressure, burning in the mouth, throat, stomach, acidity, ulcerative colitis, loose bloody stools, dysentery, scanty burning irritation, excessive foul smelling perspiration, excessive painful menses, red hot joints, rheumatoid arthritis, instability of joints, burning, red dry eyes, cataract, dry red hot aging skin, skin rashes, leprosy, dry spare gray hairs, jaundice. This is highly beneficial in jaundice, premature aging, and all kinds of disorders caused by deficiency of earth and water elements in the body. So this is highly beneficial, like others. And now I show you how to do this. In Prana Mudra, Pitta Nashak Mudra, Kaf Karak Mudra, you use these 3 fingers. You don't press the nails, but you hold this, and these 2 fingers remain free, like this. It's called Pran Mudra. Now next is Vat Pitta Nashak Mudra. This balances Vat and Pitta. Vat is air, Pitta is fire. In this mudra, you use 3 fingers: thumb, index, and ring fingers. right? Thumb, index, and ring fingers. So you press this index finger and keep this here at the root of the thumb. Okay, and then you make a circuit, a coil of thumb and ring fingers, and these two fingers remain free, like this. Okay, and keeping in this way, you practice Vat Pitta Nashak Mudra. Assume this mudra and remain for 10 minutes, and you will be able to destroy the imbalance of air and fire in the body. And the eighth mudra is Pit Kaf Nashak Mudra. Pit, fire, and Kaf, water. In this mudra, we use these three fingers, and these two fingers remain free. Means thumb, ring finger, and little finger. These three fingers are used. Okay, like this. And you can keep your hand on the knees for 10 minutes. If you start feeling pain, try to endure during the mudra, because ultimately that will open the blockages, open the blocked channel. So this is called Pit Kaf Nashak Mudra. And the ninth, the last mudra of today, is Vat Kaf Nashak Mudra. Vat is air and Kaf is water. So if air and water is imbalanced in the body, this mudra will be highly beneficial, highly helpful. And there is precaution in this mudra. People with a pronounced pitta constitution should not practice this, or should practice in the moderation, not too much. Vat Kaf Nashak Mudra. In this mudra, you use thumb, index finger, and ring finger. You press the index finger, and then you press this ring finger with the thumb. These two fingers remain free, like this. Okay, you assume this mudra and you remain for at least 10 minutes. Then you are able to heal, or you can use this mudra as a therapy. So mudras can be used for physical treatment, for some problems in the body, as also for meditation, because you cannot meditate if you feel lethargicness, if you feel illness in the body. If there is water element in the body, you feel cough, nose flowing. If you feel very thirsty, very hungry, that means fire element is in imbalance. If you feel gas, that means air element is in imbalance. So in such conditions, use a specific mudra and you will feel balanced. Then you can concentrate more perfectly, and you can attune yourself with the cosmic consciousness. Okay, now we'll practice heart mudra for 5 minutes. Okay, just to feel energy. Heart mudra, make this. Heart mudra is not mentioned in this note. Heart mudra you were taught earlier. So you keep this finger here, and you make the fingers like heart. And you keep this, keep on the knee and close your eyes and remain in this mudra for 5 minutes. Try to feel the energy. Heart mudra is good for feeling energy in the heart chakra. You balance heart chakra, you activate your heart chakra. This is related to heart chakra. Take deep breathings during this period. Focus on heart chakra. Good. Now gently open your eyes and remove this mudra. Bring your hands, relax. After practicing a mudra, you feel a strain in your fingers. So this is better to do like this. This will release the strain from your fingers. Do you think this is helping? Yes? Good. Now you can do like this. Yeah. In reverse also. Relax. Like this. Stretch your fingers. Relax. So this heart mudra is highly beneficial. I have got a question on the live. She's asking, please tell mudra for 3.5 years old for better brain development. And definitely there are some mudras for this to develop the brain. And this is better to practice since childhood. And yoga and all yoga's practices are good as preventive. Yoga is curative also. Yoga can be practiced as a therapy also. But this is good as preventive. So when you practice since childhood regularly, then you can prevent so many problems. But there is always a scope to practice to correct things. For brain development, there are certain mudras, I am telling you. First mudra is Chin Mudra. Yes, this is Chin Mudra. This is very easy. And little baby also can practice this. This. Join thumb and index fingers, and rest of the 3 fingers remain free. And practice regularly 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. That is the basic practice. And since this is child, so a parent has to be, there to, inspire, to talk. So can keep the hands in this mudra, and you can talk, you can see anything, you can do anything. Just for 10 to 15 minutes. And this will help you develop concentration. When you keep your hands in this way, this is called Chin Mudra, your palms are facing up. When you take your palms down, this becomes Gyan Mudra. These 2 mudras are related to the brains. Chin means knowledge or to know. And Gyan means also knowledge, to know, understanding. So both are related to brains. But there is a very slight difference, very micro difference between these 2. Chin is related to the brains and Gyan is related to the heart. Because wisdom lies in the heart also. All the intuition you get from the heart. And the discrimination, the intelligence, the understanding, all these faculty are located in the brains. So both mudras are important to practice to develop balance between heart and brains. So this mudra is definitely featured special for the brain development. The Chin Mudra. Practice for 10 to 15 minutes and your brain functions better. So this was the answer for the question of Jyoti Gautam for better brain development. Do you have any question about mudra? No? And you? You? No? Okay. Now We'll practice meditation in Chin Mudra or Bhairav Mudra, whatever suits you. Bhairav Mudra is you keep your one hand in other hand like this in the lap. So during the day, you keep your left hand on the top, and from evening to the morning, during the night, you keep your right hand on the top and left hand on the bottom. Okay, since this is day, so you'll keep your left hand on the top of the right hand in the lap. The spine is straight and eyes closed is better. But if you feel sleepy, then it's better to keep your eyes open. So check yourself. Be vigilant. You should not feel sleepy. You have to feel, very awake. And spine straight is important. Then you will not feel lethargic. Okay. So start your practicing meditation in Bhairav Mudra. Okay. And feel very free, feel at home, feel very natural. No non-harm. No harm. Just non-harm. Okay. Start. Okay, now we'll finish our meditation with Om chanting. 3 Om, and at the end, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Now rub your palms on face. Thanks.